Hi everyone, how are you doing? So I wanted to talk to you today about the crate system. It's a way of organizing your homeschool papers that I've seen a lot of people do in their videos, um, and so because I'm new at it, I thought I'd give it a try. But the crate system itself did not work for me, and here is why. Um, The main reason is because I kept having to constantly adjust. So basically, with the grade system, you kind of map out the whole weeks and you pull out the papers that you would do for the whole week. So here I started to turn this into something else. But I still have some of my weeks on here, as you can see. So you have week 3. I'm gonna use that, and the pink one was for my oldest, and the yellow one was for my youngest. So what you would do is you would pull out all the sheets for your curriculum, like language arts or math or something, and you would put them all in one folder. So you kind of work out of here. So you would open it up, and then all the sheets that they would do for the week would be in here, pulled out, and stuff. And you can take one sheet out, for the day, and you would do that sheet like that. So you would take one sheet out or 2 sheets, depending on how much you would do, and you would put that out or put it in your daily folder or something like that. And so that's how you would do it. So what I quickly found out is that I wasn't a stickler for just working through the worksheets every day of the week. And because of that, you would have to constantly adjust. So what I would constantly have to do is, I didn't get through 2 sheets this week, so I would have to put them back in the next week, week 4. Okay, so we would move it like that. And so what you didn't get done that week, you would have to move. And then if you didn't get those sheets done, you have to move and move and move and move. And I was doing this constantly because what I would do is sometimes we would get to a subject in the sheets and say, she's not getting it yet. So instead of going again, I would say, okay, well, let's do another resource or something, or let's work. If she wasn't doing her spelling, that wasn't that well, so maybe I would do something else related to spelling instead of doing another worksheet out of their workbook. I would say, well, let's do flashcards today, or let's just do another drill of spelling words, or let's do some kind of alternative way instead of the worksheets. And so that's what I did. I did a lot of alternative things if I felt that my children was behind, or they needed extra work, or they, maybe it was just getting too bland for me and I wanted to mix things up and have a little fun, or we'll play a game instead. Things like that. And so I was constantly moving things. And for a lot of people, this works. This works. They stick with it. They're okay with constantly adjusting and moving back because it helps keep track. But because I was doing it so often, it was not for me. If you guys want to see my face, it wasn't for me. So the crate system is great for a lot of people, but just not for me. But then again, I do struggle with organization, period. And so doing a lot is doing too much for me, and I constantly had to find ways to make it easier for me. And so I would downgrade myself in a sense where I would just do less and less. But a lot of it, I was like, I could do this, but a lot of it was laziness. And I'm going to be honest about that. I'm going to be completely transparent on my channel. And so I don't have it all together. So a lot of the times, laziness, and I'm kind of figuring this out now. And now that we're getting to August and a whole year has passed, and I feel like we haven't done as much as we could have done. It's like even with me adjusting, I feel that we still could have gotten more work done. With me, even between doing alternative things, there was just a lot of days missed, period. And so now that's a good learning lesson for me. So what I end up going to, and I'm gonna show you guys what I end up doing, really, and what I stopped doing was, instead of just doing the crate, I was like, okay, well, let me just keep track of when we did school. So the pink would be my older child, the red, or the purple, sorry, would be my youngest, and every time they both did school, and then when we didn't, and you see there's a lot of marks, so I just kept it that simple. But even for me, I find getting up here, remembering to walk up here and pull this thing out and mark it was annoying to me, because then I would forget a couple days, would go by, it's like, okay, well, did we actually like do anything, or was it just Bible? Was it just handwriting and Bible? Does that count as a school day? I was confused what I counted as school days and what I didn't count as school days. And you see, I was marking stuff when we actually didn't do school and we just kind of did Bible. I would just put Bible, but that wasn't until later, But early on, okay, what did I care about making as a school day? So a school day to me was like if we did language arts and math or something like that. Then I would say, well, I mark it when we do that, or at least if we do 3 subjects a day, that would count as a school day. But then I would, it was all over the place. And I'm gonna be honest, I was just either lazy about doing this, or I just was confusing myself in what I wanted. And so I should have just really spent more time figuring out what I thought as a school day. And a lot of people, I posted this question in my Facebook group, and they're like, well, Melissa, a school day could be anything to you. You could just be cooking with your kids that day and count that as a school day, because they're learning anyway. They're just learning, so count that. But I wanted to, and I know those days are learning, and I agree with them, but I wanted to make sure that actual academics, what we were doing academically, that I counted that I lined that up. And so in my next video, I'm going to talk about my expectations versus reality, and how that did not line up at all. And this is my first time doing this, so I'm learning a lot about myself and what I need to fix. So again, the crate system, back to the crate system, it didn't work for me. I'm just going to have to really, really engage myself and learn more of what I need to do when it comes down to organization and what will work for me. And if you guys have any suggestions, that is just easy to do. And the memory thing, I have trouble. Like, I would go a whole day without writing something down. Like, I would say, okay, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go back in and write what we did that day, but then I have to recall, so I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's gonna work for me. And I'm still looking to find my rhythm in this whole organization thing for homeschool, because I really want to fix this. I really do. And so I'm being prayerful about it, trusting God in this journey. And that's about all I could do for now, and just continue to search for ways I can do this effectively, because I want to. And so thank you for watching, and I hope this could be of help to you. And whatever it is, I just hope that I'm able to help you in either way. And if you're thinking about the crate system and whether it works or not, I just want to be of help and resource of why it didn't work for me and why it could work for you. So thank you for watching.